So I don't actually want to be showing my face right now. I will eventually when I get up on over there. I am currently in Dark Night of the Soul. Had some big realizations come up. It's not what this video is meant to be about. It's meant to be about healing, and it is actually about healing. Methods. So the two methods that I will be speaking about have come to me during meditations. I've used them throughout my life. I've come to the realization that for the last 4 years I thought that I was doing healing work, but in actual fact I was numbing and neglecting certain things Spirit was saying to me, just through, you know, my addictions to weed. So, you know, you smoke weed and it goes into the lungs. So looking up the lungs and the emotion associated with that is grief and sadness. And unfortunately, come to some really fucking big realizations about people in my life at the moment. You know, betrayals, cycles. So I have there's a cycle that's being realized that I actually would avoid homelessness through getting into relationships. And you know, despite if there was betrayal, I would need a, you know, foundation. I'd need a home, roof over my head. So yeah, I'll just show you where I'm going. You can kind of see that little pathway there. Look at that gorgeous moon. It was a full moon. I feel like it's been a fucking full moon for the last 3 days, man. Like, I've been doing a lot of full moon stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I put my crystals out at full moon. And then I was like, no, I think that's a full moon. And then come to find out it was actually the 24th, which was yesterday. So, but she's still fucking booming, bruv. She's stunning. So yeah, I am just in detox as well, so I'm releasing my addictions. And yeah, that's probably this is probably the biggest purge I've ever experienced in my life. It's coming out of everything, and I mean that in the most literal sense. From sexual traumas, so these past few weeks being in Karatha, I've started back from basics. I've gone from the earth chakra, which is below the feet, into the root chakra, which is near your perineum, and then I'm now in my sacral, which is like, you know, your lower abdomen, your ovaries, and that sort of area for women anyway, or uterus. So a lot of sexual traumas, hence you know, the betrayal aspects coming up and whatnot. So look at this, the sun's coming up over there and the moon is still over there. You can't tell me we don't live in a fucking dome. Anyway, so, or I don't really fucking know what we live in, but I mean, if you're in America, that's what I need. If I could get someone who's in fucking America or somewhere on the opposite side, and if I see the sun and the moon coexist at the same time, and on the opposite side of the earth they see the sun or the moon, then to me, doesn't that fucking confirm that this is a really fucking big place? Anyway, that's a fucking topic for another day. So I'm at my little rock place. It's gorgeous. I'll get to the top and I'll show you what it looks like. So a bit further. I'm actually not even going to the top of this yet. I kind of just stay in this little section, but for whatever reason, it's telling me to just go a little bit higher today. Cool, no walkers. That's what's happening. So here we are, all over the world. Figuratively, I'm getting there literally, but you know, it's a process. So this is the view, mate. Gorgeous. Cool. All right. I don't care how I look right now. Like I said, I'm in Dark Night of the Soul and detoxing, and fucking, it's just intense. So, oh god. So, healing trauma. These two methods I have so far. So, the first one I'll be touching on, like I said, they both come into my consciousness through meditation. The first one I'm going to speak about came to me after I had just finished high school, graduated 2015. So by 2016, I had a lot more freedom. I just, you know, healed the eating disorders, so my mind was a lot more freer, and things started to come in, and spirit started to come back, which I will explain. I've got a lot of stuff written down to go through, so I will be touching base on childhood inner knowing. We are all connected to spirit as children, and this really needs to be fostered and nurtured through our children today. If you just sit with any sort of, you know, 4-5-year-old, they will be channeling some big shit, and you just sit there and listen, and it's usually about love and, you know, consciousness in some degree. Anyway, that'll be for that. What I'm English. That'll be for that one. Yeah. So inner child healing. So I just came out of high school, and here it is. So you want to get into a space where you're in either, you know, dark area, but you want to make the space really comforting. You want to make it nurturing as like, you know, a mother or a father figure would, that you needed at that time. And I mean that in every sense. You get fucking blankets, you get pillows, and build yourself a pillow fort, and, you know, make the space as if your inner child was like, you know, they're present with you, and like, you know, so envision that and create that space within that intention, and with the intention of you actually bringing up your inner child to be healed. So in saying that, make the space nice and dark or ambient, like, you know, warm colors, and you want to lay down, and you want to do like a little bit of a meditation, and then calm your body down and your mind before you go into a visualization. Sorry, I'm using a rock to hold this up. So in this visualization, you want to bring up your inner child. You want to see, if you can't see or feel or smell or touch, whatever, in this moment, just bring up the intention that, you know, your inner child is coming up. But for those of you that can go into visualizations a lot more easier, you want to bring up your inner child and you want to see them. And I want you to come in as you are now. You know, so visualize yourself as, you know, your adult or your young adult self, whoever's watching this, if anyone's watching this. So you've got your adult self, and then you've got the wounded inner child, and you want to stand there, and you just want to stand there. You silence. You don't want to say anything yet, and you just want to, you know, open the space, connect, look into the eyes of your inner child, connect, and just listen to what they have to say. Let them scream, let them shout, let them, you know, curse, let them punch, let them, you know, tell you, fuck you, you weren't there for me, no one was there for me, you know, you don't know how to love, how could you fucking call this love? This is conditional love. Because children come in with very, very unconditional high energy, and once they start, you know, if your parents aren't adversed in, you know, this realm, you will be conditioned, and you will pass those conditions onto your children. So you want to just listen, hear them, just be there in that space with them. And then, you know, after they've kind of screamed it out, let it all out, and, you know, starting to settle, I want you to embrace them. And in your own words, whatever you use, I think I used at the time, I'm sorry. There is a Ho'oponopono prayer, Hawaiian prayer, that's like, it's about forgiveness, self-forgiveness, and apology to yourself and all that. That is really, really helpful, if you want to dive into that after this meditation, because that will probably invoke some crying. So yeah, you want to embrace your inner child, and as you do this, you know, you want to be telling them, you know, I'm sorry, I love you, I'm here for you now. In your own words, I'm pretty sure this is what I said, like, I'm here for you now, I never left you, I was always here with you, you know, oh, I gotta fly. But yeah, you really want to embrace. And then as you're doing this, you want to visualize this golden This golden light coming from both you and your inner child as you embrace. And as you embrace and you hold them and you apologize and you just let them melt into you. But as you let them melt into you, you morph and become one, the golden light in your hearts will merge. And as that merges and you come together and you melt as one, as you're embracing, the light engulfs all of you, both of you, all versions of you. Sometimes when this happens, you can see like flashes of like, from childhood to where you're up now, so adolescence, teens, all that sort of thing. It can sort of flow into flashes, and you just want to stay with this golden heart space light, and you just want to keep focusing on that and shine that light through all those versions of you. And then as this light engulfs both of yous, you merge into one being, who you are now. And you see your inner child sort of like melting into your heart space where it resides. You want to feel it there, and you see yourself as you are now, like also fully engulfed, still with like this golden light around you, and fully integrated inner child. And then you want to be present in that moment, stay with it for as long as you want, because this is your healing. You've got no time restraints. Also make sure that you don't have time restraints. Do not do this if you have 10 minutes, because usually when you're bringing up deep shit like this, I like to call it time warps, because sometimes I go into a bit of a loop or something where I'll feel like it's been 10 minutes, but it's probably been like fucking an hour or so, 2 hours. So give yourself the space and the time to integrate and feel these heartfelt feelings. And so integrate, and then give thanks to your inner child for one, being open and speaking, and thank you for sharing and being so open, and that you appreciate the qualities that your inner child brings to your life. And then you want to close the space. Now in closing the space, you want to have the intention and a statement when closing the space. So you want to say, so visualize like, that golden light kind of coming back in and going back into your heart space. And then like something that I sort of did was like I made a internal statement that, from this moment forward, I will always be here and acknowledge my inner child. And say it in your own words, do whatever comes to you, but that's basically what I did. And I found that really, really did help a lot of things. And you can do that process as much as you want, because there are all different versions of you throughout childhood that had different moments in time where it felt unheard, neglected, abused, rejected, all different types of things. Okay, so that's number one. Number two. Number two, I find quite funny, because not many people, I didn't understand what the fuck was happening to me when I was going through this. So I like to call it the crackerjack energy. And it's very, 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 very intense. So if you have experienced compiled trauma, or any sort of trauma, or prolonged periods of deep depression, you don't have to have deep depression, but it's a prolonged sense of numbingness. So after, when you go through those moments and you start to come out, you start to heal yourself, you start to be aware of like, patterns and shit. One thing that will start happening, which feels very fucking foreign and very, what's the word? Confronting, is the unfamiliarity with love and just overall goodness and sense of well-being, because you are so used of your familiarity, and the place you return back to, your baseline is trauma, is sadness, is like despair and hopelessness. When you start feeling these higher feelings, it is very, very, it's almost like you are on drugs. The only way I can really kind of relate it to is when I used to have pingers when I was back in my teens and early 20s. Probably 19 actually. By 21, that era had finished. But yeah, this crack, I'm sort of feeling it now because I'm excited and I'm on a fucking mountain and the sun's rising. Probably can't even hang on, wait. So the sun is now peeking through the clouds, which is super cute. So back to this crackerjack energy. So yeah, you feel like you're fucking. It usually comes from in the heart space. That's what I've usually experienced. And it's just, it's so fucking like go, like you could fucking run, like you will literally have 2 hours sleep and then something happened and you're like boom 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 boom. It's just so intense, so deep, so fresh, so new. And sometimes it's actually really unsettling because you realize, holy fuck, is this how normal people feel? Is this what like day to day feeling good feels like? And is this what I've been missing out my entire life? Is this what I've been missing out on? So yeah, the realization of that can also be pretty confronting. And you'll go through waves of it as well. But that energy actually does have a purpose, and that's what I'm getting to. So this used to be so intense for me that I would actually smoke weed to come back down, because it was just like very heightened and I didn't know what to do with this energy. It was just very like fucking erratic, and you don't know what to do with it because you're just like, what the actual fuck is this? I have to show you. It's just fucking incredible. It's, I don't even know, I can't, it was blinding me in the reflection. But yeah, I hope you saw it. If not, I'll turn it. Okay, back on bloody topic, Bobby. Anyway, I had to take my shoes off because I was actually feeling a bit of crackerjack energy myself, and I know what it's for, and I'll go do I'm in sacral. Oh, fuck, yes. Back on topic. So, crackerjack energy up here. So we want to use this to transform traumas. I didn't understand when I had the download. I was like, why the fuck would I want to do that? So basically, what you're meant to do and what you are to do, and what I advise you to do, as fucked up as this sounds, you want to sit with this energy. You want to remove yourself from whenever you start getting, if you're driving and stuff, it's probably not the greatest idea to just, fucking do it in the middle of traffic. But when you get those waves, you do want to remove yourself and do some inner reflections and sit down and not be interrupted. So you go into the space, you make it safe, you make it non-interruptible, and you sit with yourself in this crackerjack energy. And hear me out, right? So you're down here, you've experienced down here, right? These fucking really low memories. Crackerjack energy up here, right? So what it's asking you to do is dive into this realm right here. So it wants you to go into it, select a memory, select a feeling, select an emotion. Usually for me, it's memories, because I have very, very strong connections with my memories. So you want to connect to whatever memory, and it'll, like I said, this is going to come in waves, and it's a process. It's not fucking one day fix. I'm telling you right now, this will probably happen. I've been dealing with it for fucking years, so it'll come up, it'll go, it'll come up, it'll go, and it'll get lesser and lesser until it's integrated fully. That's what Spirit's been telling me, but it's still high. So basically, you want to bring up, conjure up this feeling that's really fucking low, because you're up here, and this is what also doesn't make sense, because you're so up here, you're like, why would I even want to reflect on this bullshit? Like, I'm so fucking high, I'm so high vibing, I'm healing, like, this is my journey, fuck you, I don't want to reflect and do bullshit. But what this does, right, is you come here, you come into this space, you bring up this feeling, you bring up this emotion, and what it does is this heightened crackerjack energy actually comes to here, and you neutralize, and it creates a harmonization within your body. And as I'm saying it, you can actually see how it actually you're no longer really up here, but you're not down here, you're actually like in an equilibrium. And like I said, you have to do this multiple times, especially if you have compiled trauma. Sometimes, I'm not saying that everyone will have to do it multiple times, depending on your experiences and your spirit and your guides and whatever you chose to do in this life. But I am finding, for me especially, it's come up quite a fair bit, and especially like when I'm vibing high, sometimes I don't want to fucking do that work. It's very confronting. It's not for the faint of heart. it's a yeah, it's a big fucking thing. So, you know, be gentle with yourself. You know, if it comes up, it comes up. You know, not everyone will understand this crackerjack energy I'm talking about. But if you do, and you know what I'm talking about, and you don't know what the fuck to do with it, this is what you're meant to do, and this is the video for you. So yeah. After that, you do want to close it again with a statement. So, you know, just, you know, thank your body, because it's basically your cellular memory that's healing. Epigenetics is a very real thing, and science is now coming into terms with that. It probably has for like yonks, but you know, the information's starting to resurface, because we are healing a lot of deep things. And like I said, I am right now experiencing my dark night of the soul, coming to realizations with a lot of darker stuff that, you know, is coming up. And I'm actually being advised to do a twin flame video, and I've been rejecting it for a very long time, and I don't actually want to speak on it. And when I do speak on it, I am actually going to be turning off my comments, due to the fact that there was actually very, very dark, satanic, dark prince energy that was also around at that time. So yeah, for my own safety, personal reasons, and to protect people who are also in this, in that story, in that timeline, because my twin flame journey actually began 2017, and yeah, so I've been in a period of actually, realizing, because I thought the person who I'm with now is actually my real twin flame, and going back and doing really deep root chakra. So I've started back reverting. So because I am a healer, I realized and recognized the wounded healer in me. So I'm actually taking the time. I'm no longer doing my Reiki or like my spiritual healing to other people. I'm actually just really going in and reflecting on my shit, and started back with basics. So I started, you know, normal chakra system, going really right back, spending a week or however long I need in that energy of whatever it is. So I spent a week in the Earth Star chakra. Not many people know about it, but it's now starting to come up, so go look that up if you need. I don't have any videos on that yet, so just Teal Swan's pretty good. And then I went to the root chakra, and that one kind of fucked me up, because I had a lot of dreams come up, and just, yeah, really, really dark stuff come up, and realizations. And then moving into the sacral now, that's completely put me in dark night of the soul. So in saying that, I'm going to send off with actually a bit of a, I just still do tarot, but when I went into a even darker period, which I will be talking about in the twin flame connection video, is that I completely rejected spirit. So I used to do a lot of tarot, and when I rejected spirit and went into my darker shadow self, I stopped doing it. I didn't, to me, like, I just really wanted to be normal. So yeah, and I will also touch like on inner child knowing and connectivity, because I've always been connected. So yeah, I'm going to be giving reasons to smile, sunshine, food, pets. I'm really missing my dogs up here. You're so much stronger than you know. I don't know, I hope these aren't backwards, but yeah, that's that. I'm doing 3 because I'm really connected to the energy of 369, because I am actually, in my opinion, I'm an embodiment of the 369. I've done my numerology and all my numbers actually make 36. So 3 plus 6 equals 9, so 369, which is why I've always been into, like, you know, Nikola Tesla's teachings. So yeah, you deserve everything life has to offer. So whoever needs to hear those messages, hear them. I'm also going to be doing a little, these are so cute. I got them when I used to work at Typo. They're just like little self-love affirmations. So we'll do 3 of them as well. I will tell a friend I love them today. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Alright, what else? Oh, Spirit, what do these people need? Self-love. I am fearless. Go out and do whatever you need to do. So like I said, in this dark night of the soul, I am actually in a deep reflection state and realizing I don't know where this is going to take me. Learning and healing the betrayals that have actually happened through all of my relationships. As I'm realizing I have actually had betrayal in every single partnership I've been in. So just coming to terms with that realization is actually deeply saddening, because this person that I am currently with is my soulmate. They're not my twin flame, but they are my soulmate, and we've grown so much together. He's doing a lot of inner work on himself at the moment, but I think we're just in different places mentally, spiritually. But yeah, anyway, so this is for anyone who, what is this? I am confident. Is that 3? That is 3. Okay, cool. I am confident. A bit of yellow. Get some yellow in here. So blue, yellow, and orange. Alrighty. So that is all for right now. In my dark night of the soul, I probably won't be posting as often. My next video will be actually about the childhood knowing, and what I believe parents should be doing to help foster and nurture those aspects, because kids are actually very, very psychic, and yeah, they need to be nurtured through this, because the energies are getting more and more intense. So there will be, in the next couple years, more arisings of mental fucking things popping up, and people, if you're not healing and you're not realizing that you are a healer, or that you're multi-dimensional reality and the laws of this realm, you will be picking up on other people's energy, and you will be flipping out thinking it's your energy, and you'll be going off and having rants and having raging moments and whatnot. But that's another story for another time. I hope those methods help somebody out there, anybody out there. They did help me, and yeah, I just want to send you off with the beautiful sun, and ciao for now.